Hello. Uh, while recording this video clip, I would like to request you all, those who have subscribed to my other channel, Asri Global TV channel, in which we are giving this link also. And so when you hear this directly, please subscribe to this People's Inside channel. This channel is People's Inside. And we'd like to have you all transferred into this because we are now making this as a news channel plus all the three areas: spiritual, social, secular areas, and we want to bring people's views into this channel. And you can participate, you can be a partner in this. So please subscribe to this People's Inside channel. So today the topic that I have chosen in this is about sharing about Giorgia Meloni. In my earlier recording, I had talked about the G7 summit and what the leaders of G7 summit spoke about authorizing or acknowledging the Palestinian government, etc. And we are strongly asking all of you to pray for Israel and pray for the peace of Jerusalem, pray for the peace in Middle East, and then all this war has to come to an end. Hostages are to be sent back to their countries. So all this we are talking and we have been praying. Meanwhile, when the G summit came, the whole central person on this G7 summit was Giorgia Meloni. Giorgia Meloni is Prime Minister of Italy, and she's quite young. She's born in 1977. That means 23 that side, 24 that side. So around 47 or 48 years old, and in such an young age, she has become the Prime Minister of Italy. And she's growing as a powerful person. And now the early years, because she's been, when I read her whole history, it impressed me a lot, and how she could or she can stand for the truth, and how she is not wavering and compromising with any of these days, the liberal views about abortion and LGBTQ and all that. So when a young woman like that could stand and come to power, it's a great thing to be followed up. So we need to really be admiring and following in these steps. The young age, of course, being born in the southern part of Italy, she was with the Mussolini group and the former fascist leader, and so she participated in youth activities, became a president of the youth movement, and then she grew and got into politics. But then when she grew up means early 20s itself, she has moved into having alliance or association with the conservative people. So when she became a conservative person, how she could stand for the truth. See what she says here. She directed the brothers of Italy to refrain from making extreme statements or referencing fascism, and she banned the use of the so-called Roman salute, a gesture that was nearly identical to the Hitler salute. If you watch Chosen these days, the premier, or not the premier, or Dominica says Hail Caesar. So Hail Hitler was one of the Hitler salute was there. So the Roman salute, as I mentioned about the Chosen how the Roman Empire leaders mentioned that. But what did Meloni say in the midst of that? Uh, Meloni also continued to enhance her public profile at home and abroad. In May 21, her autobiography, there's in French, so I am reading in English. I am Georgia, my roots and my ideas. She had published that. I am Georgia, my roots and my ideas. So she held on to her convictions, and the following year she made headlines at a rally for the Spanish neo-fascist party, Vox, when she declared yes to the natural family, no to the LGBT lobby, no to gender ideology, no to the bureaucrats of Brussels. The statement raised immediate concerns among Italy's LGBTQ plus community. Say yes to natural family, no to LGBT lobby, and no to gender ideology, and no to bureaucrats of Brussels. And she could be elected and become now the Prime Minister of Italy. And in this G7 summit, first time I think Pope too has come and attended, and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi too has attended. And they say in all the documents that they signed during this G7 summit, there was no mention of the word abortion and no mention of the word LGBTQ. Although, I mean, sure, she did not try, or she cannot do that, convincing the rest of the G7 summit leaders. But her stand, her firmness has come to the notice of the world leaders. So what do we learn? Sometimes I know I have crossed that age of 40s, in which I was only concentrating on my spiritual work so much, and I never bothered about anything political. But now as I'm growing, and as the Lord revealed certain things, what He's going to do in the coming years in different parts of the world and in different countries, especially India, I'm quite challenged by that. So I have to read this video to her stand for the truth. That's what I want to call it, standing for the truth.